Well, it's always a great idea to have a go bag in case of an emergency, but you may not know what to pack.
Yeah, Courtney standing by this morning with a youth educator who has some tips on building a safety bag and how you can help your kids understand what it all means too.
Yeah, and you deal a lot. This is Mariana Souza, by the way. Miss Mariana, some of the kids are like, hey, I know her, that's Miss Mariana.
They call me Auntie.
Auntie, yeah. That's right, yes, Auntie in the building. I love it. And you deal a lot with social wellness, and I feel like social wellness has a lot to do with safety. If you feel safe,
absolutely,
right, it makes a big difference.
It's a holistic experience. For folks that know me in community, I've been about mental health, emotional health, and today we're here for safety. Safety time. It's safety time. It's safety time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You have this book that is stinking adorable. It's all about safety, and it's breaking it down for the young folks, right?
Yes, yes. So it's called Super Safety Heroes. And, you know, I've been talking about safety for about 15, 20 years. And the adults, I still have friends that don't have their safety bags, which is basic. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to go through the kids. And so it's an interactive workbook illustrated by an amazing illustrator by the name of Dom Lipscomb. But it's interactive like most of the things that I create. It's a workbook, a coloring book. It helps them with their literacy. And then at the end, it actually has prompts to start getting your family members centered in what does it mean for young people to have a role in safety? What does it mean for a checklist? So there's a lot of things that we need to do to make sure children know that they're included and that they also have roles in making sure to prepare in case there's an emergency.
And so this is what you've broken down here with this backpack. You've got all the things that you need.
So let me make it very clear. This is a very basic safety bag. This comes out of this very small bag here.
That's pretty good.
I have multiple bags. I have a small one. I have some that go in the trunk of my car. I have major kits in my home, but there's a lot in here. And what I like to remind people of is they get a little overwhelmed. I tell them, just imagine you're going camping.
Okay.
Just imagine that you're immersed in nature.
There it is.
Everything that you would need for that. So you can go to the typical grocery store. They have little aisles for camping and things like that. But here we have the basics, right? Every bag should be different. What's going to be in a kid's bag versus an elder's bag is going to be different. What's in someone's bag who maybe has special medical needs is different. But we have, think, food, clothing, shelter. So of course we got some clothes, right? Make sure you got some socks and drawers in there too.
Please.
Yeah, if you got a bigger bag, some old tennis shoes. Don't throw away your old tennis shoes, right? And it doesn't have to be a fancy bag. No Gucci bag, no Fendi bag. An old school backpack is fine, right? Food, being creative and making sure they're non-perishable items, right? So things like oats, you can hydrate that with water. For those of you who have been in military services, you know about the MREs, and something as simple as having protein powder that you can just have with water so that you have a little protein, your water. If you don't have water, this is called a life straw, and you can get this at a variety of places online. And with that life straw, you can, you know, suck up any bottle of water and it'll filter it for you. Yes, yes, yes. We also have things for protection. Now, I don't condone violence, but if you're ever stuck in somewhere and a wild animal or a wild person gets up on you, you might need to do something. And if you don't want to do something, you can use a zip tie to restrain them, right? All right. We also have our radios. They have crank radios. They have chargeable radios. These allow you to crank them and you have light with them. You can also tap into radio waves to find out what's going on. And here's a headlight that you can use. Basically, it has different settings and even a flash setting. So if you're stuck somewhere in the dark, that's wonderful. There's a whistle here. So if you're stuck under some heavy debris and things start falling apart, blow the whistle.
Right.
Not that song, not that song. I already knew where you was going with that, right? Right. Short dog. We also have a mask. We have things to start a fire. Earplugs. If you have an elder or a child and things are loud and they get bad nerves, having earplugs. And believe it or not, a lot of these things you can get at the dollar stores. Fire starters, a rope in case you need to tie something up, gloves to be sanitary. This looks like a little cell phone, but actually it's a taser.
Get out of here.
This is a taser and it's an alarm. It makes noise, really, really loud noise, right?
Wow.
And then sanitation, right? Ain't nothing worse than being stuck in an emergency. You got to handle business and then you're funky, right? So, and then ladies, you know, if the moon pops up and it's cycle time, you want to make sure you have your things that you have. You know, there's various
everything.
I have, this came from the dollar store. This is a reflector. So say you get stuck in the middle of nowhere in your car, you can put this on. Somebody goes by, they can see you.
So here's the thing, Mariana, you do workshops for all kinds of things, and people can get in touch with you via your social media and everything, right?
Book me at missmariana.today. There you can get hooked up with me to do a workshop facilitation. I've done things for SMUD, a variety of utility companies. So again, if people want to contact me for mental health work, emotional hygiene work, 'cause sometimes we get funky and we need to decompress the stress, right? And have social wellness practices for that, but then also for public health and safety workshops.
If you have ever read the book Own Your She's the author. She will get you all the way together.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
All the details are on our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Under
you,
show info
Courtney.
and today's date. I'm telling you, you need
Check
an
it
angel
out.
like this in your back.
It's safety time. It's safety time. It's safety time. Hey, it's safety time. It's safety time. It's safety time. It's safety time. It's safety time.
Yo, mind us, we're just having our own little show.
It's safety time. It's safety. Oh, okay, we gotta go.
Miss Mariana, you'd be surprised how much that stuff would be useful here on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's a good point.
People think that it has to be some big dramatic thing, and we see a lot of stuff going on in the world, but sometimes it can be a small emergency, and just being able to grab and go and have some of your basic
of
needs
mind.
met are really, really important. I've had people say, well, if your whole house is falling apart, no, but if you got that USB with all your vital information on it, that could be the
amazed.
thing
That
that
might
helps
be all
you
you need,
not
yeah.
break down.
Yeah, great idea.
Guys, back to you.
I was thinking mostly about the taser, but
I was thinking about the toilet paper. Is that 2-ply or just one?